Due to the changes brought by the COVID-19 pandemic in the world, Oxford Brookes University have changed the eligibility criteria for students who were having difficulty to pass the exams. Okay, so there is no longer requirement to have opted in to the BSc applied accounting prior to sitting F7, FM, F9 and F8 that are now FR, FM and or AA. That means anyone who have passed 3 papers of applied skills can enter this program. The older eligibility criteria of passing F7, F8, F9 or financial reporting, financial management and audit assurance have been revised, and there is no longer this requirement of passing these 3 exams. Anyone who have cleared any 3 papers or any 3 examinations of applied skills in the last 5 years can enter the OBU Research Analysis Project program. Or a student must pass the RAP within 10 years of the earliest of the date of ACCA examination pass or at the date of your first examination exemption. So there is the 10 years eligibility criteria still rules. Now let's see what is the 10 years eligibility criteria. Okay. If your transcript shows your first examination exemption as transcript shows your first examination pass exemption as 1st December 2010, then your 10-year eligibility period will expire at the end of November 2020, and your last opportunity to submit the RAP is in the November 2020 submission period. This is an example of a 10-year eligibility rule. If you have entered the ACCA before 10 years and you have completed your 10 years in ACCA examinations, then you are not eligible for this program. Similarly, if your transcript shows that your first examination pass or exemption as 1st June 2011, then your 10-year eligibility period will expire at the end of May 2021. Your last opportunity to submit a RAP is in the May 2021 submission period. I will repeat this. If you have passed your first examination on 1st June 2011, then your 10-year eligibility period will expire at the end of May 2021. Your last opportunity to submit a RAP is in the May 2021 submission period. If there are unexpected reasons outside your control that mean you cannot submit your RAP within the 10-year eligibility period, the mitigating circumstances regulations may apply. Okay, so there are some regulations and flexibility for students who have passed their 10 years eligibility criterion who were not able to submit in their 10 years time. Then OBU is offering them mitigating circumstances regulations that may apply. For that, you have to contact the OBU and ask them that you can still apply or not. Please note that the mitigating circumstances can only extend the eligibility period by a maximum of 12 months. If you are able to achieve this mitigating circumstances, then your period will only be extended by a maximum of 12 months. Okay. So this is the eligibility criteria, and OBU have given the flexibility to students who were not able to pass their financial reporting, financial management, and audit and assurance due to the COVID-19 situation, you can now pass 3 applied skill exams and enter the OBU research analysis project scheme.
Ammarah, you can move on to the next slide.
Yes, I'm just moving to the next slide. Okay, so just give me a second. Period 40 March 2021 is the latest date for completing ethics module. This is a small online quiz, but anyone who is interested in submitting their RAP in 2021, May 2021, they have to complete the ethics, skills and professional module. And the last date to complete this module is 24th of March 2021. 31st March 2021, mentors must have completed training and registered by 1st May 2021 is the earliest receipt of project by OBU. 12th May 2021 latest receipt of project at OBU. That means that 12th May is the last date to submit your RAP in May 2021. And 22nd September 2021 BSc degree result will be released for May 2021 submission. Okay, so there are two important points that are highlighted by the examiner in the latest BSc information pack. Two crucial aspects to ensure success in this project is that your RAP must be focused on one organization. Okay, that means students must be focusing on the prime organization they have chosen to submit their research analysis project. And the analysis must be a business analysis, not just a financial analysis. So for example, you are choosing a topic that requires financial analysis and calculations. It must be a combination of both business models and financial analysis rather than just only explaining and translating those numbers. Okay, what exactly you have to do to pass your BSc research analysis project? There are 5 different reports you have to make. The first one is your research analysis project, that is a 7,500 words thesis report. Then is your SLS, skills and learning statement. This is again a document you have to make in Microsoft Word, and it is a 2000 words report. Basically, you have to write about your journey of research analysis project, any challenges you have faced during the making of your project, and how research analysis project will add value to your education and your career as well. Then there is a list of references which is made with the help of Harvard referencing system. It will again be made in Microsoft Word. Fourth document are your appendices made in the Excel sheet. Any calculations regarding the formulas, graphs, pie charts used in your research project will be made in Excel. And at the last is your PowerPoint presentation. PowerPoint presentation is exactly a self-reflection of your research analysis project. So there are basically 5 different files that you have to make in order to complete and submit your research analysis project. Okay, so RAP assessment criteria. There are basically 9 criteria you have to pass in order to submit your RAP. The first one is understanding of business and accounting models. Examiner will judge how much is your knowledge of business and accounting models that you are using in your research analysis project. The second criteria is application of business and accounting models. The second criteria will get you a pass if you are applying the business model. Basically, the application of your business model to a practical organization will be judged. Third criteria is the evaluation of information, analysis, and conclusion. This is based
Sorry
on
to
your
interrupt you,
research.
Mam Ammarah. Sorry to interrupt you. Can you tell them what are the business and accounting models which are being used for the RAP assessment?
Yes, for different topics, there are different models, but the business models that are recommended by the examiner include SWOT analysis, Porter's 5 forces model, pest analysis or pestle analysis, and value chain analysis. There are 4 models recommended by the examiner to be used as business models, out of which you have to choose 2 models to be used in your RAP analysis, research analysis project. So, for example, if you are choosing a topic on marketing, you have to choose one comprehensive model for marketing, such as 7 P's of marketing, and 2 business models. If you are choosing topic number 8, that is a combination of financial and business models, you have to do comprehensive ratio analysis on the company, and then you will choose 2 models out of the 4 models I have suggested, as given by the examiner in the BSc information pack, that are Porter's 5 forces, SWOT, pest analysis, and value chain analysis. Out of these 4, you have to choose 2, along with a comprehensive model that will be chosen according to your research topic. Okay, so the third criteria is the most difficult one because it is based on your analysis. How do you perform the analysis? For example, on the topic of marketing, you have to do comprehensive research on the marketing techniques used by your chosen organization. What type of product, price, place your organization is using for different products. And for business models, you have to do analysis also about SWOT. What are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats of a company? How competitive is the environment of the company through Porter's 5 forces analysis? So this is the difficult criteria, and if you are using a good degree of research along with Harvard good knowledge and application of Harvard referencing system, that will make you pass the evaluation of information analysis and conclusion. The fourth criteria is the presentation of project findings. This includes your Microsoft Word structure, use of a cover page, use of table of contents, use of a header and footer, and how do you present your project. The fifth criteria is communication. How do you communicate your opinion, your analysis, your thinking to the examiner? Okay, so what you are trying to say should be communicated in the right language and structure and format so that you can achieve a pass in this criteria. Sixth criteria is based on information gathering and referencing. This criteria belongs to Harvard referencing system. How much do you understand the Harvard referencing system? And basically, referencing systems are used by uh, universities because the students can avoid the risk of plagiarism. Plagiarism is basically using or copying someone else's work without referencing it. So for example, if you want to define something like gross profit ratio, you have to define the, and then you can at the end provide a reference where have you taken from this definition from. So your words should not match exactly to the words of the internet. And for this reason, we will study Harvard referencing system and how to use that system. Seventh criteria is based on your information technology. This is checked through the Excel sheet you will send to the examiner, and the examiner will check your knowledge of applying formulas in the Excel sheet. Whatever topic you are using, you should be able to use and apply formulas in the Excel sheet so that you can pass this information technology criteria. Last two criteria belong to the skills and learning statement. Skills and learning statement is a self-reflection of your research analysis project. This is based on four different questions. First question require you to describe the 3 different meetings with your mentor. Then it will ask you about the challenges you have faced during the making of research analysis project. Third question is about the communication and interpersonal skills you have learned in your research report. And fourth question is how this research report adds value to your education and your career as well. The last criteria is about the communication skills that is seen through your PowerPoint presentation of your research report. Okay, so let's talk about the RAP structure. What exactly you have to do to prepare the 7,500 words thesis report. First of all, prepare a title page on which you will write the name of the company and your ACCA registration number and the name of the topic. Prepare the contents page, and the RAP is divided into 3 different parts. The 7,500 words report is divided into 3 different parts, where the first part is based on your project objectives and overall research approach. This is approximately 1,000 words part, where you have to provide reasons for choosing your project topic area and choosing the particular organization. You can write at least 3 reasons for choosing a project topic area. For example, you're writing on topic number 8, that is a combination of financial and business analysis. Why do you want to choose this topic? Because you are good at financial analysis, your ratio analysis is your strongest part. So you wanted to prepare a project on that topic on which you are strong. Okay, and 3 reasons for choosing the organization. Why have you chosen the particular organization for your research report? Then you will write your research objectives and research questions. This is a very important part where you have to write the research objectives and research questions that you will answer through your analysis, and in the conclusion part you will write that you have achieved the answer of your questions through your analysis. So you have to set your questions according to the models you are choosing. The second part is a 2,000 words part, but the more straightforward part where you have to explain and define the things. First of all, you have to define what are the sources of information. Then you have to write about the methods you have used to collect information, including the online access, and that can include the newspapers, that can include the textbooks of ACCA, and the websites, company website, annual report of the company, which is an important source of information. Then you will write the limitations of information gathering. What limitations have you faced during the preparation of your research report, such as this COVID-19 issue? Then any ethical issues involved in your research or anything you have faced during your research. And the last part is about the evaluation of the accounting or business techniques you have used, including a discussion of their limitations. So in the last part, you will define and explain the models you are using in your research report. If you are using ratio analysis, you will define ratio analysis and its limitations. If you are using Porter's five forces model, you will write about the Porter's five forces model, what is the model about, and its limitations. If you are using SWOT analysis, you have to describe and explain SWOT analysis and what are its limitations. Now the third part is your analysis part, and this part is approximately 4500 marks, 4500 words part. This is all about your analysis, and this part is structured upon the topic you are using. For example, for topic number 8, that is divided into two halves in the financial analysis and business analysis, you will prepare ratio analysis for two companies where you will choose different set of ratios such as gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, liquidity ratios, current ratio, gearing ratio. Different ratios will be chosen by you, for which you have to study the financial statements of both companies, and you will prepare those financial statements in your Excel sheet. Then you will calculate the formulas for gross profit, and you will prepare graphs for them for the last 3 years, and you will compare the graphs. Then you will prepare your analysis. The analysis will be done through finding reasons for changes in the profitability, liquidity, and gearing ratio figures. Why have a particular ratio increased during this year as compared to the previous year, or it has decreased during this year as compared to this? You have to find the reasons for the increase and decrease of those ratios as compared to the other company and your prime company chosen. Then you will start with your business analysis with the two business models such as SWOT analysis, Porter's five forces, pestle, or value chain analysis.
Sorry,
Okay.
Ma'am Amara, sorry to interrupt you. How much judgment is involved in identifying the reasons for the changes happening, like increase in the gross profit margin or decrease? Okay. What about the judgment? For example, we have looked around everywhere, but we can't really think about anything, like can't really make the connections whether what could be the reason. Then we start giving our
No,
judgments. So
you
how much
no
judgment?
judgment is not involved in this research report. It is purely based upon your research and extensive research. You cannot write anything based upon your judgment or your point of
We
view.
have to
Yes,
find the
you have to
facts.
find the facts. You have to do extensive research to find the reasons for increase or decrease on in these ratios. And for companies that are listed on stock exchange, you will find the reasons online. Through extensive and comprehensive research, you can find the reasons.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
No problem. Can we ask students to ask questions if they want to ask anything?
Yeah, you guys can ask her anything you want, but the chat is disabled. Don't write in the chat box. You can unmute and you can ask any question, just like I'm talking. Thank you. Ma'am, can you tell about the AFL packages we are offering?
Yes, I'm coming to this. So basically, you can choose ACCA Flipped Learning because of a free consultation session we are providing. Then we are providing an expert advice. First time pass is guaranteed. Then an extraordinary guidance is provided to you at each and every step of your research analysis project, and at the last it is an independent review is also provided to you. AFL is providing three packages for your BSc research analysis project. First one is the basic project that includes 2 mentorship sessions. Then is a standard uh, package that will give you 3 mentorship sessions, and the premium package that involves a 4 mentorship sessions along with a past sample projects. You will be uh, going through a number of sample past projects so that you can understand exactly what you have to make and how you will pass a research analysis project. And anyone who is interested in ACCA Flipped Learning OBU RAP to submit this research analysis project in May 2021 can contact Ms. Rabia.
Can you give the number?
Sorry, I don't have the number.
I just texted you.
Okay.
Or they can contact us on our Facebook page or on WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal. Yeah, on all social medias, I'm actively following, and I'll be taking your queries there, and we'll get you registered. But you can have my number. Can you just type this number on some PPT? Just given you that.
Is there anyone, do you want to ask anything about research analysis project or about eligibility criteria?
Yes, any questions?
So if you
Okay.
want to take the research analysis project, please contact Mam Rabia at this number. You can see on your screen.
Melmoon, any questions you want to ask?
Yes. I wanted to know, should we register for the scheme? I wasn't there for. I didn't hear the first few minutes of the session, so I don't know if you mentioned it.
Yeah, you can ask.
When should we register for the scheme for
Okay.
the period 42?
So I guess you want to ask that what is the purpose of research analysis project or this research report? Is basically add some academic value to your professional qualification, as ACCA is offering you a professional accountancy
No,
degree.
this is not what I'm saying. Um, how to apply for this scheme
Okay, how
to
to
submit
apply?
the yeah.
Okay, so for the eligibility criteria, I have revised this before that the latest eligibility criteria is that you should have passed any 3 examinations in the last 5 years of applied skills or strategic professional examinations, or a mixture of both. Then you are eligible to sit for this program. Okay, and a 10 years rule apply. What is a 10 years rule? 10 years rule is that if your transcript shows that your first examination pass or exemption was on 1st June 2011, then your 10-year eligibility period will expire at the end of May 2021. Okay, so if you are within that 10-year time, then you are able to submit your app. And in case if you have given your first examination on 1st June 2011, there are still mitigating circumstances regulation that you can apply for. Okay, and the next thing is the dates. 24th March 2021 is the last date for completing ethics module. This is a small online quiz that can be completed at any time of your 3 years time of ACCA, where you will find on ACCA website, on your My ACCA website, a professional ethics and skills module. Okay, so this is a small online quiz which will include some case study and some videos, and you will have to answer the question. The last date for this is 24th of March. Anything else?
Very good.
So Melmoon, your question is answered?
Not really. Actually, I want to know how to submit. What's the next step for me to, for example, right now I'm waiting for my F6 results, and I want to know what next, you know. For example, I know that now by before the 24th of March, I need to complete the ethics module, but with Mrs. Arun, uh, how will it be with her the sessions?
Okay.
Yeah, you just get registered with us and she's going to guide you. She's going to give you all the plans and she's going to guide you in how you're going to do it, how you're going to go about it, right?
Okay.
We can have sessions after this, after you register for OBU with AFL, ACCA Flipped Learning. Then we will have Zoom sessions, detailed sessions about how to start your project and how to do the Harvard referencing and everything.
Okay, can I have the
Yeah.
process, please?
Sorry?
Can I have the price?
Yes, that will be conveyed to you by Mam Rabia.
Okay.
Depends upon which package do you want to choose. Do you want the past samples as well, past project samples?
Yeah.
That's the premium package.
Yes.
Actually, basic, it's basic, standard, and the premium. The prices are $100, $100, $120, and $150.